Basic practices of crop production. The cultivation of crops involves several activities undertaken by farmers over a period of time. You may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by a gardener or even by you when you grow ornamental plants in your house. These activities or tasks are referred to as agricultural practices. These include preparation of soil, sowing, adding manure and fertilizers, irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting, storage. Let's see the process of agricultural practices in the sequence of steps shown in the concept map. Agricultural practices are carried out either using manpower or through special tools. The above practices are common for Kharif, Rabi and third crops also. Preparation of soil. The preparation of the soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. These allow the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily even when they go deep into the soil. The roots of the plants supply air and water. For proper seed generation and for a uniform supply of water, the soil should be prepared well. For this, ploughing and leveling are done. Since only a few centimeters of the top layer of soil supports plant growth, turning and loosening the soil. Bring the nutrient-rich soil to the top so that plants can use these nutrients. Thus, turning and loosening the soil is very important for the cultivation of crops. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or ploughing. This is done by using a plough. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before ploughing. The ploughing field may have big clumps of soil called crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs. Leveling the field is beneficial for sowing as well as for irrigation. Leveling of soil is done with the help of a leveler. Sometimes manure is added to the soil before tilling. This helps in the proper mixing of manure with soil. The soil is moistened before sowing. Water is stored deeply for a long time as the soil is soft. Roots penetrate the deep and can respire well as the air enters easily into the soil. Soil-friendly microorganisms and earthworms can grow well when the soil is soft. Some harmful microorganisms and insect eggs come out and die due to the sun rays. Ploughs are made up of wood or iron. The shape of plough is like T. It is also used for weeding. At the end of the plough, a sharp chisel like iron nail is attached, which helps in penetrating the soil. The leveler is made of a log and iron blade. This is tied to bullocks with a rope. This helps in the leveling of the soil. It contains a strong triangular iron strip called ploughshare. The main part of the plough is a long log of wood, which is called a plough shaft. There is a handle at the one end of the shaft. The other end is attached to a beam that is placed on the bull's necks. One pair of the bulls and a man can easily operate the plough. The wooden plough is increasingly being replaced by iron ploughs nowadays. A hoe is a simple tool that is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. It has a long rod of wood or iron. A strong, broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and works like a blade. It is pulled by animals. Cultivator. Nowadays, ploughing is done by tractor-driven cultivator. The use of a cultivator saves labor and time. Sowing of the seeds. Sowing is an important part of the crop production. Before sowing, good quality, clean and healthy seeds of a good variety are selected. Farmers prefer to use seeds that give a high yield. Healthy seeds give healthy crops. After harvesting, the farmers select wrinkle-free, round-shaped and more waning seeds and store them for future use. This is called selection. The rest of the crops either they sell or use as food. Do you know how to select or separate good seeds? Drop seeds into a bucket of water. Some seeds float on water. Damaged seeds become hollow and thus lighter. Therefore, they float on water. This is a good method for separating good healthy seeds from damaged ones. Do you know about the seed crisis? In older days, farmers used to select the seeds from their crops which are cultivated by themselves. Farmers generally purchase seeds in the nearby market. The grains that are available in the packets play a vital role in agriculture. Sometimes the rate of germination of the seeds is not up to the mark, which was labeled on the packet. Sometimes never germinate too. They grow into plants but may be sterile. Some multinational companies sell genetically modified seeds. Every year, farmers are imposed to purchase seeds from the companies only, because the seeds produced by the plants may again be sterile. National Seed Development Corporation of India preserves and promotes different varieties of seeds. Nowadays, our traditional varieties are almost disappearing. The selection of the seeds free from pests and insects is also an important issue in agriculture. Sometimes farmers wash seeds with chemicals to protect them from pests. Medication is done to keep seeds away from harmful microorganisms like bacteria, fungus, etc. So, generally, farmers medicate seeds or treat seeds with fungicides before making them to germinate. Before sowing, one of the important tasks is to know about the tools used for sowing seeds. Traditional tool. The tool used traditionally for sowing seeds is shaped like a funnel. The seeds are filled into the funnel and passed down through 2 or 3 pipes having sharp ends. These ends pierce into the soil and place seeds there. Sowing by hands. The scattering of seeds by hand is the simplest method of sowing seeds. It is the most economical method of sowing seeds. Seed drill. Nowadays, the seed drill is used for sowing with the help of tractors. This sows the seeds uniformly at equal distance and depths. It ensures that seeds get covered by the soil after sowing. This protects seeds from being eaten by birds. Sowing by using a seed drill saves time and labor. Dibbling. It is the placement of seed material in a furrow, pit or hole at predetermined spacing with a dibble, more commonly by hand. The soil around the hole is pressed with a hand or leg for moist soil contact. Appropriate distance between the seeds is necessary to avoid overcrowding of plants. This allows plant to get sufficient sunlight, nutrients and water from the soil. Transplanting is the removal of an actively growing seedling from one place, that is usually a nursery bed, and planting it in the main field for further growth till harvest. Transplanting makes use of pre-grown plants, seedling or vegetative propagated clones.